Let's go. Boss up, baby. It's your boy Credit K. We're back with another great video to help you get up to $100,000. Yes, $100,000. Whether you are building up your personal credit, trying to get some business financing to grow your business or start a business, you flipping them CPs, trying to run them bands up. I'm gonna show you how to get $100,000. It's not easy. It's a process. But it is possible for anybody who's watching this. I've done it. I'm going to show you how to do it as well. So, number one thing you got to have when generating at least $100,000 through credit, $100,000 through loans, you got to have A1 credit. No doubt about it. No ways around it. Nobody is checking for you. Now, there's one or two ways around not having good credit, but you got to be really making some money. I'm talking about 50, 60, close to 100,000 a month. And if you're making that type of money, you typically don't need to borrow 100,000. But first, having that A1 credit score and the ways of boosting up your credit score to a 680 or higher with 3 to 4 primary trade lines reporting on your credit report. Make sure you have primaries. AUs do not count as heavy as primaries. And when these banks look at your credit report to give you funding, they want to see your own credit line. So get the AUs first, build up your credit score, and then apply for your own primaries after that. Then once you have that 680 credit score with 3 to 4 primaries on there, now you're ready to start making the plays. All right, so the play is you need to be showing at least $10,000 or more in your bank account on paper a month for at least 3 to 4 consecutive months. Then you can go apply for that $100,000. So if you got that, you've done that already, you got those bank statements that can show 10K, then you can cut this video off and go apply into pretty much any bank like Truist, Chase, Bank of America. All of them will give you close to $100,000 with 10K deposits. But if you do not have 10K deposits right now, I'm gonna show you some ways to manufacture that and show you how to liquidate some credit cards on your personal side to flip it into your business bank account. And there's a couple other ways you can use to show 10K on paper. All right, so first way, if you have a W-2 income, if you have a high wage income, take a portion of that income a month. You can allocate funds for your business. You can take a portion of your paycheck, or you can just manually transfer money out your personal checking account to your business checking account. Do that $500, $1,000 a month, or how often you get paid until you get up to that 10K mark in that business bank account. Once you get to that 10K, then you can start flipping it back and forth from your personal to your business if you need to pay bills or do some things like that. But try to keep a consistent 10K rolling through that bank account monthly basis, 3 to 4 consecutive months. All right, so that's one way, using W-2 income like that. Or if you got good credit, you can get a personal loan. Getting a personal loan, that way, 30, 40,000 personal loan, 15% interest. You can take 20 of that loan, flip it back and forth from your personal account to your business account. Have the other 20 to kind of pay down the loan a little bit. And then once you get your 3 to 4 months, then pay the whole entire loan off completely. Now, by that time, you have incurred some interest, so you will have to, pay a little bit more, slightly more than that 40,000. But as long as you haven't spent that money, or if you using the funds to make some more money, then you could possibly flip that 40 and then pay that back and get another 40-ball loan at a better interest rate through your business. Why do you want to get it through your business? Because it does not show up on your personal credit report. By that lowers your utilization, so you can go apply for more credit and more credit and more credit. All right. So next way to show 10K on paper is to take your existing credit cards and liquidate them. What I mean by liquidate them is just taking the funds off the credit card. You can do that by cash advance, balance transfer checks, invoicing you yourself, your business, a friend, or family. They have these websites and these companies called Milio and I'm having a thing. Not Plaid. Well, Plaid is the way that they process the payments. What's the name? I don't usually think 1,000 times, but it'll come to me in a second. But these ways of liquidating credit cards and paying down those debts, you can transfer the funds off the credit card. They'll send you a check, and then you can deposit a check into your account, or you can have the money come from your personal credit card and have them send a check to your business. I've done that through them. They have no problem with it. Of course, you're going to incur a fee. These payment platforms like Melio will take a 5% fee of the credit card processing. So if you process about $3,000, you're going to take about $45 out that for processing fees. Same way with Stripe, same way with PayPal. All of them do invoice financing. So if you send enough invoices to people, they will generally give you those lines of credit in return. So then you can use that to fund your bank account and get even larger amounts. So the goal is to have comparable credit. This is what we're doing. That's the term for this. If you do not can show that you can handle 10K, if you don't see your bank flowing 10K through your bank account a month, then they are not tend to lend you anything close to that. So be mindful of that. If you start to notice when you're applying for credit, you have low credit limits, and you're only getting approved for $1,000 here, $500 here, that means all your other credit limits are low. But how can you get around that? Credit unions. Credit unions offer very high limit credit cards. They do not offer off the same banking and approval requirements as the large corporate banks like Bank of America, Chase, Wells Fargo. They're more community based, and they reinvest their profits back into their customers. So that's what makes credit unions great, and why they tend to lend and give out higher limits. Everybody knows how great Navy Federal is, Pentagon Fed, some of these other credit unions that offer for their members. So use those credit unions to liquidate your credit card. And that's the reason why I'm bringing up these credit unions, and the reason why I'm bringing up their high credit limits, because once you liquidate them, you can start to generate that 10K a month on paper, have those bank statements. Now, very hard to fudge or forge bank statements going forward. Banks are going to a system called Plaid FinTech. They are allowing the software, the algorithm, to read the money that's coming out your bank account, and there's no way around it. If the money is not in there, you cannot fake and floss it any longer. So you have to have the money in those accounts, and I just showed you 3 ways to kind of manufacture funds into your account until you get your business up and running. So a lot of you guys have great business ideas, great business plans, got experience doing it from your day job, and you want to start it on your own, but you don't have the capital to do it. And that's one of the main problems in my community, that community, that we don't have the capital, we don't have nobody to borrow money from, and a lot of times the institutions do not like to take a chance on some of our ideals in some of our neighborhoods. But there are ways around that. There are community funds. A lot of these banks have to give back to certain communities. So there are community banks, community funds. I'm going to start posting more about those type of banks and credit unions and organizations and funds and more of these videos, so you guys can take advantage of those loans. But make sure you guys showing 10K or higher. 10K is the minimum to start to get up to 100,000. Of course, the more you can show in deposits, the higher your bank statements, the higher your bank rating gets, the more you can lend, the more you can borrow from those banks. So start building a relationship. If you got a personal bank account, go ahead and open up a business bank account with that same one you have a personal relationship with. That also helps your bank rating. Having multiple accounts and multiple credit cards and things of that nature at that bank, paying them back on time. Make sure you pay back everything on time. Make sure you're leaving a little money, $100 or more, in your savings accounts. If you have a savings account attached to that bank account, definitely want 5 to 10K starting to floating around in your personal, 10K or higher in the business, and then we are going to get that 100K play and start flipping that to other businesses. If you want to know about other businesses, side hustles, check out the Boss Up with K channel. If you're watching this